Hey guys, welcome back to Life on Wheels. Today is our Bachelorette recap episode. Let me get that screen where it needs to be. Okay, there we go. So, had a lot of drama in last night's episode. Just finished up watching it and noticed that, like I said, bunch of drama there. So let's unpack it all, shall we? First of all, I felt horrible for Rachel in the beginning of the episode, where obviously there's a bunch of situations with Lee and Eric at first, and then Lee and Kenny, which we'll get to more in depth in a minute. But Lee, the guy from Nashville, which would be a plus in my book, except he is the instigator of all instigators. He is now replaced Waboom and Blake, uh, who left earlier as the people who just want to instigate in the house and cause drama and try to uh, get in good with Rachel by, running down the other guys in the house. So apparently that's Lee, and he, instead of talking about his relationship with Rachel or trying to forge the relationship, he just seems to want to start the drama quite a bit. And so I felt like when Rachel started out and she talked about, I'm going to be criticized for the decisions that I make, I wondered if she might have been talking about the interracial aspect of things and how there's still quite a few white men. Um, Not to get too personal in this episode, but I have had an interracial relationship. It was the best relationship that I've had by far. It wasn't an issue that came up with us, but I can certainly imagine some bigoted morons that will probably say a few things. Hopefully, that won't be an issue for her going forward, and it shouldn't be. It should be about love and finding love and not the color of someone's skin. And if they're good for you as a person, um, then it's all good. So, and then on to everything that happened with the rose ceremony. I was surprised that Lee got a rose and Kenny both, but obviously that led to things in Hilton Head where Lee continued to talk about Kenny in their one-on-one conversation with Rachel. And while they did have a confrontation and a discussion at the house earlier, I didn't think that it was in any way aggressive of Kenny. However, it just seems like Lee is, like I said earlier, trying to instigate things and trying to push people's buttons, and it seems to be working with Kenny. Um, if you watched the episode and saw the preview of next Monday and Tuesday's events, then you will have seen that they get into it again, and more happens. And Kenny's got a cut on his eye, and so there's a bunch of things that look like they're going to be going down come next week. So that should be interesting. I thought the one-on-ones went really, really well for Dean, who's very, very young, but I thought it went very well for him. Seems like there's a lot of connection. I have a connection with him myself, having lost my father at a very young age, younger than he lost his mom. I lost my dad at 13, so I definitely understand how that can grow you up and cause you to think differently about some things. So I'm pulling for Dean in that area. I was a big Josiah fan, and I still am to an extent, but I thought that the spelling bee stuff was a little over the top when he's kissing the trophy and everything. I do think he's kind of an alpha guy, but you got to be that way at times. So we'll see where that goes. But getting a little tired of it because the romantic and sweet stuff can only go so far, and then it kind of gets old and boring and annoying, or whatever you want to say. Um, Iggy, I think, is another little instigator. He's claims that he is there for Rachel, but yet he's more than happy to talk about people that get him out of the way. And I know that's how the game is played. I get that. But, at the same time, from a purity standpoint, you would hope that most of these guys are not here just to play the game, and it certainly looks like that. I'm sorry, Iggy and Lee are here to just play the game and see how far they can get and get their 15 minutes of fame. Can't fault them for that. A lot of people do it, and they get on reality shows and they become infamous for that, and then they have whatever situation they have, and they go on from there. But um, we'll just see how that goes from next week on, and we'll see what comes of it. For me, though, my takeaway was that Dean on the date really went up. I still think Kenny's there. I think Josiah will be there, and I should say Kenny's there for now. Of course, we'll see again what happens next week, but I still think Kenny's there. I think Josiah's there. I like the 37-year-old guy, real estate, I think. I think he might be moving up a little bit. And then Peter's still doing well. I thought their one-on-one time went well, and in the episode, and I think that he's still very, very close with Rachel, so we'll see how that goes. The one bad thing for him is he's another Wisconsin boy, so we'll see if that plays. But then again, she mentions that in the episode that she is licensed in Wisconsin, which kind of makes me wonder if she didn't do that thinking that she was going to move there with Nick. But we'll see what happens there. In my estimation, Iggy and Lee have to go. Sorry about your luck, boys, but you just instigate things. I don't see you there for the right reasons. We'll see what Rachel thinks coming up. So that is our recap of Bachelorette episode 4, I believe it is. And so that's it for this week on that. Friday, I will talk about something that's coming up in my life and a few other things and get a little personal with you guys. Until then, we will see you next time. Thanks for checking us out, guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.